And the first thing you're going to notice is that it's going to ask us to select a theme. Now remember, Google does not have a whole lot of choices. It's got to be light because it's web-based, and we don't want that going really slow. But you know, you do have a few. All right, so I'm going to choose paper plane. Also notice what the slide size are. This used to not be an issue, but now that we have all of these different monitors, you know, most of them are widescreen. A lot of projectors are widescreen these days, so you can actually choose the output's going to be. I'm going to keep mine at widescreen, and then I'm going to say OK. And then really, it's just a good habit to get into naming it. So I'm just going to name it Practice Presentation. All right. So before we click on anything, notice we've got background. We can change the color of this or reset it if we don't like it to the theme. We can change the layout. These are templates, so where the text boxes and titles go. We can change the theme if we want, and then we can throw on our animations. So let's first put a title, and we're going to say that cows are awesome. And then a byline would be like by and then you, right? All right, so we've got our thing. Now notice, as I select a text box, now all of a sudden I've got all these formatting things that we learned about when we did drawings and our other Google Docs things. One thing to keep in mind with Google is that you might not start out with very many fonts, but you can go to more fonts down here, and you can really just grab a bunch of really fun ones that you might want to show up in your thing. I've already gone through and grabbed a bunch that I liked. Maybe I'll grab that one too. I click OK, and see now I've got all these different fonts, and this guy is now a little more curly. All right, here's our plus to add a new slide. If I click on plus, it's going to go title content by default, but I can add anyone I want if I click on the arrow. But I actually do want title and content. So reasons why. And then I click in here and notice that there aren't any bullets. We want some. So for me, I need to go to more. Yours might just be up here. I'm going to turn on a bullet. All right, so the first reason is beautiful eyes. Love cow eyes. Big old eyelashes. All right. Second reason, they're furry. You got to love that. And then if you are not a vegetarian, you also could agree that they are indeed yummy. Now I've got my text in here, but notice how big this text box is, right? So that's going to cause problems if I'm trying to select things, so I'm just going to move it out of the way so I can put in something over here. Now I want to put in an image, and I just happen to have one on my desktop, so I'm going to drag him over. But you can go and find your own picture. So I'm going to put my cow over here, maybe a little bigger. And just for fun, right, we have these shapes. We might as well use one. There's something called callouts. So I'm just going to pretend like my cow is thinking, and I don't like this color, so I'm going to go to the paint can and choose white. And then he's thinking moo. All right, so I've got all this stuff. All right, so let's pretend like, okay, all the content is in. That's fantastic. All right, so let's put on some animations. So with nothing selected, right, I have transition right here. And a transition goes from slide to slide. So all your slides should have something just to make it a little interesting. Now, you don't have a whole lot of choices, actually. If you don't care, right, one quick way to do it is to apply to all slides. Now, every slide, in this case it's only 2, but you could have 10. They would all have this, but, you know, that's all right. Now, our title slide typically is not going to need any animations, things flying in, because you'll get up and you'd present, and that's, you know, they'd know what the topic was and who you were, so you don't need stuff flying in. But on our next slide, we want to control when people see this, because if I want to talk about their eyes for a while, if I just throw this slide up here, they're going to read the whole thing. That's just human nature. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have things either fly in or fade in or zoom in. So I'm going to try fade in for this, right? So each one of those will come in. Now maybe I want my cow to come in also, but I want his little moo to come in too. So I'm going to click on the moo, hold down Shift, and click on the picture. So now I've highlighted them both, and I'll go up here to arrange and then group. All right, so now I can add an animation, and what would a cow do? I think it would zoom in. Alrighty, so I've got the ones I want. Alright, so under present, so you have present from beginning, present a new window, present. Alright, so let's present from the beginning. Now, my videos, because of the way I'm recording, you're not going to be able to see the whole thing, but that's alright. So I can just click through here. So there's my one transition. Here's those coming in, moo coming in, and then it's over, and I hit escape. Now notice that these came in all at the same time, right? So if I go to this and see on click by paragraph, now watch what happens. So as I click, one comes in, the other comes in, then the other comes in, and then my cow comes in, right? So easy to set that up. So you are going to create one of these, very simple to do.